Welcome to Poole BMX, and I'm here with possibly one of the biggest BMX legends ever in UK BMX, Charlie Reynolds. Well, Charlie, what have you got to say for yourself?
Nothing much, Clive. I just made a little comeback here today, and I've been doing a few little bits and pieces, like 360s and stuff, just to get the old feeling back into myself.
So, how long have you been racing?
Started out in 1982 at Westway in London. Yeah, but I've had sort of like race for 4 years, packed up for 2, race for 4 years, packed up for 2, that sort of thing.
Sounds pretty good. Your first team was Edwards, wasn't it?
Yeah, it still is now. I've been racing for Edwards for 7 years. Yeah.
I remember you and Charlie. It was Charlie Reynolds and Gary Llewellyn were the first two big superstars of that team.
Yeah, well, Edwards, within itself, the team created some of the best riders in Europe. We had Karen Murphy, Dean Idios. Karen Murphy was number 2 in the world and European champion. We had Gary Llewellyn, which is European champion and pro champion. We had all those sort of riders, see, so the team was like based on it. We had a real good team, and like it was one of the strongest teams in England. That's why all of us came up so well.
Yeah. Well, so you don't do weight training at all then?
No, I don't do weight training. I just do a lot of circuit training, to practice,
Doesn't look like it. Well, you're a bit of a mental jumper. Are you going to win today?
Yeah, the odds are with me. Yeah, not against me.
Charlie, tell us about your spectacular jumping abilities.
Well, first what you got to be is headstrong. You got to know what you're doing. As you can see here, as I'm going across the over the jump, you've got to be 100%. Make sure that the landing is dead straight. Otherwise, you run into trouble. The 360, sorry. The 360 is one of the hardest jumps. Well, it is the hardest jumps ever created because it's sort of like, well, the one that I've just done there is a 720. That's actually 2 spins, so that's even more difficult.
So when did you first try doing this jump?
It was in Wigan, 85, when unexpectedly I come riding up to the whoops, and I lost my head. I just didn't know what to do, and so I spun for about 20 feet in midair, which was just incredible. And it was in the winter, and I had moon boots on, so that's how hard it was.
It's always been one of your trademarks. You're a bit of a wacky jumper. Well, thanks a lot, 360 King.
Thanks a lot.